Haters. Eminem. Music to be murdered by. #1 album. Eat that, assholes.
Noble Nation, YouTube, what's going on, guys? I'm Slim Noble. This is Noble Nation. I just wanted to do a video about everything going on with Eminem this week. A lot of hate, a lot of praise, and other stuff. But the first thing I want to start off with, I don't know what song it was, where Eminem said, "I've come to take your spot." And he could be saying that to a lot of different people, right? But I don't know if you guys remember. I think it's probably spread out everywhere where that could go. But one case, and I don't know if anybody clued into this, I'm going to put the tweet up. Last year, when Eminem did Kamikaze and he brought up Halsey, or what is that? Wait, Kill Shot. And he brought up Halsey. Halsey tweeted, because she knows nothing, tweeted, Eminem, my last album, I like you, but Eminem, my last album went platinum and yours didn't, or something like that. I'm going to put the tweet up here, guys, if I can. I'm going to put it up here right now. And she immediately took it down because that was when I guess she was probably thinking of the revival hate and that he flopped. But Eminem supposedly flopped, went platinum. She has no clue. So not knowing the facts and information, her pretty little mouth, because I think Halsey's beautiful and she has a couple good songs and all that, but she spoke out of text, didn't know. That's why you don't say anything if you don't know what you're talking about. And she said that, she took it down right away, but it was false information. I don't know who's feeding her shit. And so Halsey dropped her album the same day Eminem did. And everybody knew that. She promoted it and all that. And Eminem basically came and took her #1 spot. She was going to be #1 this week with 100 and something thousand albums sold. It was hers. It was locked down. Halsey's #1 album. I don't know if it would have been her first, but that's a big deal for an artist. Well, Eminem came down and snatched that shit. He snatched that shit. That's what he did. So I just wanted you guys to know that. I thought that was cool. And Eminem's got the #1 album. Thank you, guys. Actually, give a round of applause for that. Let's hear it. Yeah, that's right, because you know what? You guys deserve that. He's got the #1 album. So Halsey, she messed up. Maybe that would have came out a different week. If she didn't open her mouth, you know, maybe it would have came out next week. But I'm sure Eminem had that in mind. He doesn't forget. So I thought that was cool. And I just wanted to put that out there because I think that could be directed at that. So yeah, that's it. We're going to move on from there. Lots of stuff going on with Eminem. Lots of good, lots of hate. We'll start with the love. Lots of love from his peers. His peers give him the respect, which I love, and it's well deserved. I'm going to put the tweets up here on the screen, guys. So first off, we'll do Sway Lee. I guess Sway Lee tweeted out, "I have a lot of hooks," with the emoji with the fishing hook, because Eminem said, "I have more hooks in me than Sway Lee," right? Because he's getting pulled everywhere, and Sway Lee has a lot of hooks, right? He's known to have a lot of hooks, so that's why he said that. And then Eminem tweeted out, Sway Lee tweeted out, "Eminem is a genius," or a legend. So here's the tweets, guys. Lots of love there. I like that. That's the young cat. And he was talking about a collab there. Royce put out, "Let's get these two to collab." I like how, see, when the young guy shows respect like that, that's when, you know, good things will happen. Maybe something will happen for him. And maybe Eminem and him can have a collab. But it's when they talk shit, you know what I mean? Eminem probably, you know, sees that and respects that. So shout out to Sway Lee being a young kid and not on that hate train, man, and showing respect. Who else? We did Inspector Deck. You know, Eminem did the Wu-Tang references and all that. So I'll put this up. He did tweet Eminem saying thank you. So there's Inspector Deck doing that. Also Redman. I'm a stan of Redman. You know that? I don't know if that was Mars. I don't know what song that was, but he said that I'm a stan of Redman. We all knew that, and it was cool. He used the stan reference, and then Redman put his tweet up, and he even named off the songs that he liked. So I thought that was dope because it shows you Redman was listening. I think he gave about 3-4 favorites. So I put that up there for you guys. What up, Redman? I love that love. And who else did? Busta Rhymes gave love. Busta Rhymes, I'll put that up there too. Busta Rhymes, he always shows love. Back in the day when he heard Guilty Conscience for the first time, he headbutted, it got him so hyped, he headbutted the bus windshield and he cracked the whole thing. Because Eminem and the Guilty Conscience song brought that out of him, man. That's a dope story. And he says it's his favorite artist. Oh, he's one of them. So put that up there. LeBron James, he always shows love to Eminem. He did his story, bumping it. He liked the Ed Sheeran song a lot. He was putting the Ed Sheeran song. I was surprised with that because that one's not getting a lot of love, man. So I like that. That's dope, man. What up, LeBron James? He goes through the same shit Eminem does. Think. If Eminem was in in a sport of championships, Eminem would have championships. He'd have like 5 championships right now. LeBron goes through the same shit Eminem does on certain levels, man. He can relate to that. So, and I'm sure LeBron knows that and probably listens to his music. And when Eminem's saying that shit, he probably relates that to him in his game. So that was dope. Who else did we got here? The Rosenberg Hot 97. He did a thing saying Eminem's album was a classic. He really liked it and gave lots of love there. So I like that. We got the Ebro, but I'll do that last. Joe Budden. Joe Budden, he doesn't want the beef to go on no more. He's saying he wants to move on in 2020. But Joe Budden, you know, he was in a good mood. He was in a good mood, right? Eminem didn't do much, but I guess that's all good. But I like when that feuds are happening, these little feuds, you know? Maybe we need some new feuds. Maybe that's what it is, a Kamikaze 2 with some new feuds. But, you know, there's something in me that likes that. That likes that these guys aren't getting along. And I don't know, man. I know I'm probably selfish with that. But we all love that, man. That Kamikaze is a classic now when you think about it. Think about what happened with it. That's a classic now. So, yeah, Joe Budden, I don't know what happens there, but Joe Budden took a totally different tune on that. He's going a different way. He's cemented now. He's got his own lane now. He doesn't need to criticize Eminem. He had to at one point, and that criticism went elevated Joe Budden to new stuff. So, you know, he's got his lane now. He doesn't need that, but that's probably why he hated. What else do we got here? Joe Budden, Busta Rhymes, yep, that's all the love. And Ebro, okay, well, actually, we'll start with, okay, we're going to get into the hate now. We're going to get to hate. Trippy Red said something on his story, giving hate, or said something, oh, I'm going to sleep now, like it was nothing, because he said Trippy Red, lean, whatever in lean, talking about the drugs, he uses a lot of drugs. I don't know, but I think he does. I'm not sure, the lean, whatever. Lord Jamar, they're doing videos. And he's trying to diss stepdad, saying that's on him. Lord Jamar, they made videos right away. That's his income. DJ Vlad is his income. That's his only income. So when Eminem drops an album, he gets paid. So he has to do all this because he needs a paycheck. Eminem didn't release an album for a year, and his pockets were dry. He ran out of the money he made from the criticism of Eminem the first round. So now they came, and they split the money 50-50, him and DJ Vlad. And so now he's doing his rounds again. And you know what, Lord Jamar? Shut the hell up, man. Put the pen to paper, Mr. Consciousness. I heard a clip of one of his songs, and it was horrible. Somebody put it up to make fun of it. It was horrible, man. He's very conscious of himself. Man, I don't even know where he gets off. And Eminem's trying to do it in a respectful way and leaving his group members out of it. Because, you know what, he's off the chain. Yeah, so, yeah, with the Lord Jamar, we know him. Let's just move that aside. Darkness. I'm going to get into Darkness. Darkness was beautiful. Beautiful. You know when Eminem says the part about my father, I feel like my father, but I didn't know him. He was saying that about Stephen Paddock too, because Stephen Paddock had that same situation, I guess, with his father. His dad was a top 10 most wanted, on the top 10 most wanted at one point. And I thought that was crazy to hear that, man. That I had no clue. So when Eminem was relating to him, that's also a double because he was relating to Paddock and his dad and what's going on with him and his dad, which I thought that was just off the hook. That story is genius. I get goosebumps and shivers watching it. It's a genius writing. I think it's the best piece of writing I've witnessed and that maybe he's ever put into music, and definitely that's ever been put into a hip-hop story. You know, that's my opinion. Somebody can want to fight that, But guys, a double story like that from beginning to end, you know how much time that puts in? That's why the hate is bullshit. There's so much time put into that, man. Yeah, so Darkness is dope. YouTube took it off the trending, so the views are less than what it should have. It's not on the recommended lists. It's not on trending. You can't find it unless you look for it. So for it to have 18 million views in 1 week, that's from people looking for that shit. So that's incredible. If that wasn't happening and it was where it needed to be, it would have it would be at 40 million right now. And yeah, so so Darkness is dope. Everything about it. I was gonna move on, but I got to come back a bit. And the thing is, it's not just about guns and gun control. It's about mental illness and what he goes through and addiction and that, and he was just trying to show you that, people with a clean background can get, like he's in the army and about to go to war with China or something, and he get all those guns and do what he did. I think it's more about maybe strictening the rules a bit. You got to remember, guys, Proof died by guns. I think everybody forgets that. Proof got killed by guns, man. And, maybe that makes him feel a certain way. Florida, they had the shootings when he did Revival. He spent time with those kids. He did the performance at the music awards and all that. He talked to the kids. I remember the one kid. So he spent time with survivors and all that. So, he's probably thinking of the kids. He has kids. He's thinking of the kids. I don't think anybody's thinking about the kids with this. And he's not just saying take the guns away. It just needs to be looked at. It needs to be adjusted. It needs to be a little bit more stricter. That's what I feel like he's coming from, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong and you're just telling me to F off. I don't know. So let's just move on to away from Darkness. That was incredible, man. Incredible writing. Okay, so Ebro from Hot 97 put up a tweet. Here's the tweet, guys. And people went nuts. The hate that Eminem was getting, the venomous hate, I was shocked. A lot of black people were hating him, saying he's white privilege. Like, it seemed personal. Really personal, guys. Like Eminem admits to the white privilege, or admits to the fans, his fans are white, and maybe it helped with that, right? But that's not it. We're loyal to this guy. And what the fans do, Eminem never asked for that. Because the hate was towards all his fans. They tried to dictate the narrative, say he's the GOAT. His fans are idiots. And even Ebro's like, what does the fans have to do with him? Eminem has done nothing but pave the way and show respect. He puts artists on, he wears his shirts at the concert. He mentions their names in his raps. Do you know why he does that? So the white kid, because we know all these white kids listen to him, and don't know the history like, maybe the black kids do, go back, Google the artist, and look into it. Eminem wants them to look into it, like what they grew up on, maybe check it. And it shows these guys support, it brings some money in their pocket, and he does it to help. He wants them to know what he knows, what he grew up on. It's a passion, he feels good about it. So that should never go unnoticed, what Eminem does there. That's why I don't understand why some black, and it's not all black people, it's everybody. But I've seen a lot of really shitty comments, and they kind of sounded racist a bit. But it's everybody. But there is a group of that are doing that, and I don't understand it because Eminem has always tried. He won the music award back in the day. What did he do? He brought his whole crew up. They're all black. Reads a list off. It's his moment. Biggest thing of the year. And he reads off all the legends that paved the way for him and that inspired him. That was his speech. He could have said anything. Do you think Elvis did that? No, I know he didn't. Eminem, from the beginning, has just wanted respect, and he deserves it, and I don't know why it is not effing happening. It is bullshit. It is bullshit. The white privilege, the Rosenberg, I forget what I was going to say now, with the hate. I had so much on my mind, man. But, the hate, I don't get it. Well, I'm just trying to think of what else I seen, man. But it was venomous, like white stuff. Like Eminem's pigment of his skin is why he got his ass kicked. You know what I mean? Like Eminem's coming off cheesy to people because of the fans. We're loyal to him. And for good reason, man. He's always giving us what he wants. He inspires us. You know, we understand him. He comes from the same place as we do. And I know we get cheesy and aggressive and we put that out there, but we feel the need to defend him. And Eminem did not ask for us to be like that. We're just like that because we're loyal people. We're loyal to him and we will fight for him to the end. You know what I mean? And if that comes off cheesy, you know, you can't put that on him and his legacy because the white kids are so passionate about him. You know, that's why I think that's bullshit. And, you know, Eminem did that Trump cipher. He went up against Trump. He went up against him for everybody, for the culture, for the brothers. Nobody else did that. I didn't see anybody, any black rappers, Mexican rappers, any other rappers. But Eminem did it because his voice would be heard the most. And he went up there and went after Trump and lost half his fans. He lost half his fucking fans, guys. Look at his sales. He lost his fans. He paid a price for that. He went up there to defend the people. The same people that are calling him white privilege and an effing idiot and making racial remarks. He was up there defending you up there. He was defending you. And he took so much shit. And I don't understand. I haven't heard a single about it. He should have been praised. And still today, maybe a black person should remember that. And I know a lot of people do. The reaction channels, they were beautiful. All the reaction channels, but black reactors too, incredible. Script work, all of them. They give them all the love. I love it. I love it, man. And I appreciate that from you guys. I really do. But I don't understand why these other people, Twitter, the comments I read, like this guy defended you on a level that I haven't heard anybody do ever recently in times. And he put that on there and he lost, maybe not a lot to him, but he lost the fans and people won't even go back to that, man. He knew that something like that was going to happen and he did that for the brother because he believes in it. It's his passion. He feels it, you know, so that's why he did it. But I don't know, guys. I've been rambling on a lot. I just wanted to make a video and just talk about these things. And Eminem #1 in the UK album and song Godzilla. So keep streaming it, guys. I'd go through the track list, but this is becoming too long of a rant. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end it there. I'll do something else talking about the album later, man. Anyways, guys, I'm Slim Noble. This is Noble Nation. And hopefully somebody listens to this. Nobody's going to make it through the whole thing. I didn't even know if I should do this, but I'm passionate. And I want you guys to see my passion. I want to put it out there. We need to stop the fucking shit narrative about Eminem. And if it takes us fans and the reactors to do that, we will push that narrative and push all that other shit out. Because it's not deserved and we won't have it here, man. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here, man. Love you guys. Thank you.